out what I bought.
A truckload of poop.
It's a Tommy Pickles from Rugrats Hot Wheels car. So it's like the car, the passenger, the seat part is like flesh tone, like his.
Oh my God! It's a diaper.
His head, and the it's like a dump truck, but it's full, and it's like full of soil, so it looks like it's a diaper full of, yeah. Very disturbing. Probably one of the more disturbing Hot Wheels cars. I don't collect Hot Wheels cars, but I've been collecting some recently because there've been such ridiculous ones. There's a Minecraft zombie one that's like, I don't have it, but it's like a hearse. It's because it's supposed to be like a Minecraft zombie, so they made it a hearse. That's fun. And there was a bunch of Tootsie Roll ones, like the company that makes Tootsie Rolls. I don't know what they're called. I should know this. I think it's just Tootsie Roll is the company. But so there was like Tootsie Roll, Junior Mints, Tootsie Roll Pop, Sugar Babies, and Dots, and Crows.
Boy, I don't like any of those candies.
Yeah, they're one of those.
Did you say Good and Plenty?
No, I did not.
Is that in there?
No.
It should be.
I think Good and Plenty is probably from the people who make Mike and Ike's.
Yeah, more candies I don't like.
A lot of those old candy companies, they have like old type candy. Like Tootsie Rolls are really an old type of candy if you think about it. They're like a chocolate taffy.
Yeah, yuck.
I don't know, Tootsie Rolls are alright.
They're okay, but they're way too sweet.
It's interesting with those really old candy brands how they have like new, like they make new products, but they're not big deals. Like when Hershey's or Nestle or any of those guys do it, like a special. They don't make commercials. They don't. It's just like, okay, now Tootsie Rolls has like. You'll just see them out and about, like Smarties Taffy. This is a thing now. It's just in a store, but there's no ad campaign or anything or any publicity for it at all. It's just like, this is in a store now, for however long.
They expect kids to just see it by going to the store and seeing it on the shelf.
Well, yeah. I know. I guess those kind of companies just don't have money for anything like that.
That's his eyes.
Who? What?
Tommy Pickles.
Oh, the windshield? Yeah, it's weird. They split the windshield into two parts to be like his eyes, I guess. Yeah, this is definitely one of the weirder Hot Wheels cars. What's that other company? There's like the
There's the ones that make Necco.
Yes, that's one of the other ones. So
that's Necco.
Yeah.
So,
I think they just make Necco wafers and like sweet tarts. Sweethearts.
What about Canada Mints?
Canada Mints?
Mm-hmm.
What is that?
It's a pink, fat wafer pill. Chalky in consistency. More soft than a sweet tart. But and it's pink and it tastes like a mint. And my grandmother used to always have them in her candy dish.
Canada Mints, wash it down with some Canada Dry.
Yuck.
Canada...
These things. You've never seen these?
Maybe. I looked up Canada Mint and a Trump coin came up.
She's always had those in her candy dish. So they're this fat.
I guess. These are from Necco? Really?
Yeah. So I guess she likes Necco candies because she used to have Necco wafers too.
I don't know. Old people really love old candy.
They were actually the consistency of a Necco wafer if you had a thick one.
A thick Necco wafer. I can't think of anything worse than a Necco wafer besides that.
But anyway, you know their consistency? Like smoother than a sweet tart. Sweet tarts are a little bit chalkier. Maybe whatever makes it stick together, whatever gum they put in it, they have a little bit.
Gum?
Well, they have to have some
chalk.
kind of adhesive in it.
It's chalk.
They're calling them lozenges, which are gross. They're not lozenges.
Lozenges?
They're powdery like a wafer.
There's Goites.
Look at this. My grandfather used to have these in his shirt pocket, and I loved it when he gave me one. I couldn't get them anymore. My grandfather used to have these in his pocket, they said. They said they can't be found anywhere anymore except online.
Oh, someone's review is that the grandpa used to have it in his shirt pocket.
Yeah, everyone's saying they can't find them except online. See, there's gelatin and corn syrup in them. That's what the glue that makes them stick together. So who makes Boston Beans?
Boston Beans? I don't know.
Those are great.
I feel like that's probably an even smaller company that only has that.
Boston Naked Beans? Boston Naked brand? Jesus.
You're putting in the wrong... Those are a really weird candy.
I love them.
They're literally peanuts.
With a red shell.
Yeah. If I search Boston baked beans, actual baked beans come up.
So they say it's Lorenta nuts. I don't know.
Ferrera.
What?
Ferrera Candy Shop sells them. So apparently Ferrera owns the rights to Boston baked beans now.
But two different places said Lorenta nuts.
FerreraCandyShop.USA.com sells Boston baked beans.
That just means they sell them.
No, it means they license the brand. It means that whoever that company you just said sells their candy through Ferrera. They're a subsidiary of Ferrera or something like that.
They were developed by Ferrera.
No.
What? Boston Baked Beans developed by Salvatore Ferrera himself in Chicago in 1924 when we were the Ferrera Pan Candy Company. These delicious.
That's crazy that it's a big company. I wouldn't have guessed that.
The Ferrera Candy Shop.
And they were invented by Ferrera?
Himself.
Wait. Oh, okay. No, I was going to say, is this not...
In 1924.
I was going to say, is this not, like, the Ferrera? Is this a different Ferrera? But no, it is Ferrera. I was looking at the candies.
Ferrero Rocher is the same company?
Yes. Because I was looking at the candies and I was like, these don't look familiar. It's because they're not showing the logos instead. They're showing the candy.
That's so weird that Boston Baked...
Lemonhead, Atomic Fireball.
That's so weird that Boston Baked Beans would be the same candy company as Ferrero Rocher.
Well, and they own all the Nestle candies now and all the Wonka candies.
And all the what else?
All the Nestle and Wonka candies. They own all of those now.
Ferrera
is like, huh?
Too much.
Too much? What do you mean? Hershey's is like the big...
Well, it's like a conglomerate.
Yeah.
Who owns Mars?
Mars. So those are the big three now. Ferrera really like... Because the big three, I think, would have been Nestle, Mars, and Hershey. But now Ferrera owns like all the Nestle stuff. So actually, maybe Ferrera only owns the Wonka stuff. But I'm pretty sure they own... For some reason, it's not listing any of the chocolate candies. Maybe it's because it's Ferrera Candy Shop. I don't know. This says they own Lemonhead, Atomic Fireball, Boston Baked Beans, Juji Fruits, Jawbusters, Rainblow, Spree, Fun Dip, Red Hots and Atomic Fireball, huh?
Fun Dip.
Bottle Caps, Runts, Super Bubble,
like
Gobstoppers, Pixie Sticks, Chuckles,
Who makes all that? Wonka?
Ferrera.
Has good candy. Oh.
But a lot of those are Wonka.
Wonka makes good candy.
Fruit Stripe, Nips, and Sathers. I don't know what that is. Yeah, Fruit Stripe too. It doesn't say Sweet Tarts, which makes me think that Sweet Tarts was sold to somebody else when everything was getting sold off. It looks like Ferrera bought pretty much everything Wonka except for Sweet Tarts. It doesn't seem like or Nerds too, actually. I don't know. I wonder, because I still see them in like big combination things, you know, the big like value packs of candy. Let me see who owns Nerds now. This is I like to look into this stuff. Nerds has its own website. No, they are owned by Ferrera. I don't know why they don't list everything on the website. They own Nerds, which makes me think they probably own Sweet Tarts too. Sweet Tarts is owned by It was invented with the same recipe as Pixie Six and Fun Dip. So that's interesting. Yes, okay. It was sold to Ferrera, whatever. So, yeah, they own all the Wonka stuff. Which means I think they're arguably bigger than Mars. I mean, Mars products have, like, a bigger presence, I think. Like, Hershey's and Mars really, like, go big on their brand presence. And Nestle already didn't as much. Same with Ferrera. Anything Ferrera has. But those are some, like, I would consider big candies. And the fact that they own so many, I think they own more than Mars. Because Mars has, like, what? Mars has... No, actually, Mars has a lot. I kind of discount Mars sometimes, but no, they honestly have about as much as Hershey's. I think, I would say, at this point, Ferrera has the most big candy products. Maybe they're at least tied. It's hard to say, but Hershey's. Well, I can't even begin to list all the ones Hershey's has, but I think I can with Mars. So Mars has Snickers, Milky Way, and what's their third candy bar? They have Three Musketeers. They have Snickers, Milky Way, and Three Musketeers. M&M's, Skittles, and Starburst, and Mars bars, I guess. And that's pretty much it. Mars bars don't even sell in the United States. Didn't Mars bars in the United States used to be different? They don't sell them anymore, but they were different than the ones that are the big Mars bars in the UK, right?
They have nougat. They have peanuts.
Yeah, and I don't think that's what Mars bars are in the UK. Mars bars in the UK do not have peanuts.
They don't?
No, they're caramel and nougat. So they essentially just seem like Milky Way. That's just a Milky Way.
No, because the nougat is different.
How so?
It's more white and fluffy like marshmallow.
No, this looks like chocolate. Like chocolatey nougat. But not like Three Musketeers. This looks like a nougat. It looks. I think Milky Way is just.
I think Mars is more fluffy.
I think Milky Way in the U.S. is just what Mars bars are in the U.K.
I wonder how Three Musketeers makes that weird ass feeling.
That's also just nougat. That's like a chocolate nougat. There's an interesting video, I think, from like Adam Ragusa or something, where he like talks about the difference between like nougat and others. I bet if I just search nougat on YouTube, it's like one of the first results. Oh, it's like nougat versus marshmallow or whatever or something. He says it's called "What is Nougat and Why is it in Every Candy Bar?" And it's like he gets into like this it's like has to do with like the stretching of sugar, like the air they put into it, like how much air, and like that really like changes the consistency and stuff, and it makes like different products like between marshmallow and nougat and stuff like that. That it's like that's how those are like differentiated, and it's just like the slight preparation. It really the slight difference in preparation, and you end up with completely different products.
No, when I started working this morning at 5 a.m. That's why I had the day free.
I woke up at.
That's why I'm sort of tired.
Like 9:30. I went to sleep like an hour, like an hour, half an hour before you said you were working from.
If I just drove to Allen's Avenue right now, I'd get $18 extra just for being there.
You always say that
Look
like
at it.
this means nothing to me.
I go and park there, and the next person who needs a ride, they tack $18 onto it. 32. If I go park there and get a person, I get 32 extra.
But like you can't
I know, because I'm not over there right now.
because I'm going shopping.
I know. $32. I can't even believe this. I'm going to have to look tomorrow to see if that happens. This is making me sick.
Oh my god.
It's like so much money that I don't get to get. I know it listens. Glad people don't listen to this show so they don't go and get and be an Uber driver. Don't be an Uber driver. It's a terrible job.
You're saying that because you don't want other people.
Once everybody becomes a driver, the rates will plummet. So it only works because no one is an Uber driver. As soon as everyone
That sounds like
becomes
a very, like. That sounds like not a good job to depend on.
It isn't. That's why I keep trying to make as much as I can before it goes away.
Well, that sounds like.
That's why I need to rent my apartment out. So I need to get it going.
I forgot to say Gotez is another one. You know, Gotez is who makes cowtails and pinwheels. That's what they're called, pinwheels. I saw some recently on the candy subreddit, which is a really weird subreddit because it's just people posting like, look at this candy I just bought, isn't that cool? Look at this haul, I just bought like 5 Butterfinger bars or like 5 bags of Trolley gummies, and it's like, okay, that's great. Look at this gummy display I saw at Five Below. Wow. All right, cool, whatever. But someone posted on there like that they bought these Oreo pinwheels. So there's no bullseyes, not pinwheels. You know the like cowtails, but they're not cowtails. They're, you know, the ones you like. They were Oreo.
Gross.
No. So like the caramel part was like an Oreo cookie infused caramel.
I know. Gross.
Why is that gross?
I don't know.
What the hell is that?
Oh, I guess my phone.
Why is that gross?
Because it spoils the original flavor.
It's like a chocolate caramel, but instead it's like a chocolate cookie caramel, I guess. But cookie flavored or something. No, it's like an Oreo gummy in a way, an Oreo caramel. I don't know. You don't think that? Why is that gross? I think it's intriguing.
Yeah.
I would think you'd like it.
But you think wrong. Just kidding.
But it's weird because that's like what I would consider a small candy company. Like they're. Oh, someone's throwing their kid in the air.
I thought you were going to say someone throwing their kid in the trash.
They might be aiming for it and missing. I don't know. It's a small candy company. Like you never see ads for bullseyes or anything. They're not gonna have like a Super Bowl ad for cowtails.
They should.
They don't advertise these things. It's like a small candy company for like old candy. But then they're doing this tie-in with Oreo, which is like a huge candy company. You don't really see Oreo ads anymore on TV, do you? They still do all these like big, like all these weird flavors and stuff, but they don't do ads anymore. That's interesting, because Reese's still does ads. And they really don't need to. You don't see it as much for like the new flavors and stuff. Advertising's weird. Because it's like, if Tootsie Roll and all those guys don't need to advertise, and they're still doing fine without advertising, then why does anything need to advertise? Why does any candy brand need to advertise? Well, like, I don't get it. I don't understand advertising. I'm glad they do. I like Skittles commercials. Those are cool. But like, do people really buy more M&Ms because the ads? I get because of the brand presence, like with the mascots and stuff. That makes sense. But like, people see an M&M's ad with like Dan Levy or whatever, and they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna go buy some M&Ms now," or whatever. They put it in there. Like, that makes people want to eat M&Ms? It's weird. I feel like more so what those ads, they sell like all the merchandise. Have you ever been to M&M's World?
No.
In Times Square? It's one of the most bizarre capitalistic. It's like one of the most bizarre shrines to capitalism because it's a store where they sell commercial merchandise. It's not like a Mars store. They don't sell like different types of Snickers and Mars and Skittles and Starburst. Only M&M stuff. But they don't have like all different kinds of M&M's products and like, oh, M&M's candy bars, M&M's whatever. Like, they do have like tubes of M&M's on the wall, and you can like make your own M&M's mix, but that's it. They don't even have like little packets of M&M's near the checkout or whatever that you can buy. Just the tubes in the walls where you can like make your own $50 bag of like a pound of M&M's. $50 for like a pound of M&M's or whatever. It's like ridiculous price. But then the rest of the store, which is like 3 stories tall, a 3-story tall store, and everything else they sell in there is just merchandise based on the mascots. So they have like a t-shirt with the blue M&M dressed as a cop, and it says like Blue Lives Matter or whatever.
Oh my god.
Like shit like that. I'm barely exaggerating. I'm pretty sure they have that. I just don't think they sell it at M&M's World. And I'm not sure if it's official, but maybe it is. I don't know. I definitely did see that Blue M&M like dressed as a cop on a t-shirt there. And like just all merchandise like that, like 3 stories of merchandise based on the characters, and like you can make your own M&M's bags, like like different types of M&M's in a bag for $50 or whatever. And you can like get your pictures printed on M&M's on the 3rd floor or the 4th floor or whatever, I don't know. Those are like the only 2 edible things there. Everything else is just like dolls and t-shirts and hats and stuff with the red M&M.
That sucks. Or the green one.
Yeah, or the green one.
Or Santa.
No, not Santa.
They do exist.
And not even like all the like there are video games there are like way more video games than there should be starring the M&M's characters, but they don't sell those there. They don't sell any like M&M's video games there or anything like that. Only like shirts, mugs, hats, stuff like that. 3 floors of that. And they also opened a Sour Patch Kids store in Times Square recently, which I can't imagine is much better. But I would think they at least sell, like, Sour Patch has a lot of different types of, like, Sour Patch. They have, like, Sour Patch cereal and stuff, and they have, like, all the different types of Sour Patch candy. I imagine all that is sold at the Sour Patch store, as opposed to M&M's World, which is just merchandise. And there's a big screen on the M&M store that just has like these giant CGI models of the characters like leering out at the crowd, and you're like in a restaurant in Times Square, and you look out the window and it's just like Big Brother is watching, but it's the blue M&M.
Creepy.
And there's also a Hershey's store in Times Square, which is what you would think it is. They have like different Kit Kats and different Reese's products and Hershey's bar and stuff, and it's not just merchandise. But that store is way smaller than the M&M store. It's not even just like a Reese's store. It's an actual Hershey's store, but it's way smaller. It's like 1 room. It's so bizarre.
And this is in New York?
It's in Times Square.
Mm-hmm.
M&M's World is like one of the most pointless, bizarre shrines to capitalism in the form of a store I've ever seen. It's bizarre. When I was in the store, one of the employees was just like standing around in front of one of the aisles, and it's like I can't even go in the aisle because he's just standing there, not blocking it, but like blocking it because it's not 6 feet wide, and he's standing right in front of it, and he's just leaning against the shelf, and I'm like, excuse me, and he has earbuds in, or whatever, and I'm like, excuse me, and I keep saying it, and it's like, oh my god. And then when I finally get in the aisle, he blocks it again, and like I'm trying to get out of the aisle, and I'm like, excuse me, and he's like, go. And I'm like, 6 feet. Like, what is wrong with people? He works there.
Listen, 70% of people in New England are vaccinated now. And you're not even required to wear a mask anymore. Unless you don't feel safe, like unless you didn't get vaccinated or something.
I'm pretty sure you are.
In the very near future, in New England, no one's going to even have to do any of that unless they're
I would hope not, but the distancing should be the bare minimum while there's still stuff going on.
They consider masks to be that.
No, well, that's bullshit.
Well,
it should be the opposite.
So if someone doesn't feel safe, like me, because I haven't been vaccinated.
If someone doesn't feel safe, then they should stay 6 feet from everyone.
I can't stay 6 feet from people in my car. I just wear a mask.
If you don't feel safe, you obviously do, because otherwise you wouldn't be an Uber driver.
I only feel safe because of my mask, and when the people get out, I put the windows down.
Well, that's placebo. If you're an Uber driver and you're wearing a mask, you're not protected.
No, and then I blow the air out when the people get out, and then I can pull my mask down. The mask is proven to work.
You're not protected if you're in a car with someone.
Yes, you are. It's proven.
What the? Did I seriously just get burned from your stupid seatbelt?
Because it was hot?
No, because it rubbed against my finger.
Indian burn. Oh, that's racist.
No, because it's, that's not what an Indian burn is.
It's when you take skin and rub it on skin like that.
It's when you, like, twist.
Yeah, when you get a friction burn with skin.
Were you asking me about esports earlier?
Just because I saw FaZe Rug on a video, and it was kind of like...
What?
Or I saw someone named FaZe Rug on a video, and I...
What video?
One of those moral videos that says, like, be
oh
nice
my God.
to others or something. But I love watching Darman videos because...
Darman?
Because he writes them so cheesy and bad. It's kind of like laughing at Barney. Like, Barney tries to be good, but the sets are so simple and the acting is so cheesy and the writing
No,
is
because...
so bad. And I think it's funny.
Barney exists to be good, well-meaning content for children to watch. That's like, it's made with good intentions. It's not made to exploit eyeballs,
Yeah,
which is what that stuff is.
Barney wasn't made to not make money.
It's a PBS kids show.
It made money. That's why they could expand it.
It did, but that's like saying Sesame Street was made to make money, or Mr. Rogers.
Well, eventually it was. That's why they marketed the crap out of it.
Eventually, it got to the point where they could make money with it, but that wasn't the point. But now that's all Sesame Street exists for, is to make money. Because it's owned by Warner Brothers and HBO. Can you roll up your window?
Wow, look at the water.
You don't get to see it very often.
You don't?
Anyone.
What do you mean? I do all the time.
It's blocked.
It's right there, though. And it's down the street from
A little bit.
It's right down. It's only like a mile from where you live.
See, it's right there, but we can't see it.
The beach where the swans is and stuff is right there.
I saw a glimpse of it.
Do you want to see the beach? It's right there.
I guess. Jesus, don't crash. Why would we have to turn around?
It's just like a little bit. If I had like...
I'm probably not going to get out.
I'll just show you how close it is though.
Not in walking distance.
It would be twice as far as you walked today. That's how far it would be.
No way.
Yeah.
No.
So if you wanted to walk really long...
Maybe 3 times as far. Or 4.
It's about 2.5 miles. Which isn't like...
I don't even want to walk 1 mile.
I know.
Well, yeah, Sesame Street only exists to make money now. Like, did you hear about that DoorDash commercial from the Super Bowl with Debbie Diggs and Sesame Street? And it's like on the Sesame Street set, and they're like, "Wow, we're all gonna order Big Bird. What are you gonna order on DoorDash?"
No, that's so bad.
And it's like, oh no, but DoorDash is donating to Sesame Workshop, so it's fine. Except the money they spent on the ad is like way more than they donated, or something like that. It's like,
so it's a scam to get DoorDash some business.
It's just publicity. It's
so they're using each other.
I wouldn't say that Sesame Street's like. I'm sure whatever Sesame Street got paid was probably more than they ended up getting donated to them.
See, here it is. And you just live down the
I'm sure it was a profitable thing for HBO and Warner Brothers and all that. You know that when they moved to HBO, like, now they air first on HBO. They don't air first on PBS.
I didn't even know they moved to HBO.
Yeah, they have been for a while, yeah. And remember, because when it happened, people were like, but HBO's like for adults and stuff, and so it's Sesame Street's gonna be what, The Sopranos and stuff, what? Which is weird to think about now, because like now HBO has like so much variety.
Look at that light pole.
It's covered in leaves.
It's extremely covered in leaves.
Yeah, they have like Adventure Time and like all this kids stuff, and on HBO Max and whatever. Warner, Harry Potter, Scooby-Doo, Hanna-Barbera, DC. I don't see any swans. Where's the swans?
Sometimes there's swans.
Do you think all these people are vaccinated?
Also, people don't have to wear it outside at all, mask, because they said that you can't really catch it by walking by somebody outside.
Yes, you can.
The scientists have said after watching it for over...
Look at how those people pass. They're probably not vaccinated. They said they weren't 6 feet apart.
No, they probably are, but they said that
I doubt it.
They said that they've known for a while that you don't really catch it just by walking by someone outside.
That's stupid.
The scientists said.
It's not being careful.
I guess it's because of the amount of the virus you have to breathe in. But I was like where lives, and people were just riding bikes and jogging and stuff with masks all the way on, which was so crazy. Like, they weren't even near anyone like him.
He's not even wearing a shirt. I think guys should wear shirts outside.
So what if they were like Thor or Conan the Barbarian?
They should wear shirts too.
What if they had nipple?
Thor wears tops in the comics. Huh?
What if they had nipplectomies? Then could they? Like Ken.
Oh, that's how they're drawn sometimes.
You know, if you had a scooter.
I think the anime Ghost in the Shell does that for the female protagonist. She's like an android, and she's basically naked, but she doesn't have.
Oh.
That.
What if you had a scooter then? Could you go all the way down here or go to the groceries or go to the store?
I can't use a scooter.
Right.
I would fall off.
Yeah. They're not hard to use.
As much as a bike. which I also don't know how to use.
No, scooters are easier than bikes.
No. They're 2 wheels. If I had a 4-wheel scooter,
but
maybe.
one of your feet stays on the ground, so it's really 3. Because you got 2 wheels and a foot.
So you're basically walking.
Except for that, you pick 1 foot up and you just kind of coast. It's not hard.
You coast and then you have to give yourself momentum again. Whereas with roller skates, you're just gliding the whole time. You're not pushing. That's what I need, roller skates.
Those actually are not so easy.
Yeah, they are. I've never fallen down and hurt myself with roller skates. And I know it was I've only ever used them in a roller rink. But I whenever I did, I never fall down in like a compromising way where like if it was a hard ground like pavement, I would have scraped myself.
Did you see enough ocean?
Except maybe my hands.
Did you?
I guess. There was a GIF I saw today where it's like screenshot and do the thing the GIF said. It tells you like a bunch of things flash past on the GIF and you have to screenshot and do the thing that it says. And the thing it said was go outside. So I was like, I guess I'll walk to Honeydew Donuts.
Oh, so there's a playground that's like right here somewhere, and sometimes goes to it. Maybe sometime you might want to go with us to the playground around here.
I don't. She's not vaccinated, right?
I think that sometimes people who've gotten COVID don't feel like getting vaccinated, even though I think that they.
Oh my God! Are you kidding me?
Why? They say that it's almost like being vaccinated.
No, it's not. For like 6 months, you have immunity, maybe, but not forever. No, she is not.
Why, do
she
you want
does
to
not.
get vaccinated?
Of course, she's not. She's not vaccinated just because she had
So
it.
if you got vaccinated, then would you not care about going near people? Playgrounds like.
I think no matter what, right now, when there's still people who aren't vaccinated, being 6 feet apart is the least everybody should be doing.
So you can get a vaccine whenever you want. You can go to.
They told me they would.
Oh yeah, I forgot you're young, but you're not that young. I think you can do it.
No, they told me when it was available they'd contact me or whatever.
Where, at your doctor?
Yeah.
But you can just go and sign up at CVS.
No, I tried signing up online, but there were no good ones.
For CVS?
I don't know.
Oh.
There wasn't CVS. It was like some apothecary or whatever. CVS wasn't listed. And the apothecary had like the bad one. Johnson & Johnson, I think it is.
Yeah, I don't want that one either. I'm gonna probably get it on Thursday. I'm really scared too, though.
I'm really scared.
I don't mean to say it like that. I was thinking of too many words. I'm really scared to get it. It's really creepy.
I'm worried about the consequences.
Hey, shut up.
Hona.
You're
What?
jerk.
The liquor store is just called liquor store. It just says liquor store on it. But I'm seeing the reflection of it and I thought it said Lipton store. Because the Q looks like a P. And the R is like half an N. And a U is an upside down N. And there's an O. And the T... I don't know. I'm so, like, not good at being mad at people. Like... If someone really, like, burns me or, like, does something really, like, unforgivable to me, I'll still be like... Because I have such poor self-control in general, like, for everything. So, like, if there's someone I talk to regularly and then, like, they do something for me to be upset with them or mad at them, I'm still going to want to talk to them the next day because I'm just, like, I just talk to them regularly anyway. So it's, like... I was upset, but it's like I'm not over it, but it's like I'm over it. I want to still talk. Like I don't want to be over it, but it's like I would rather just keep talking to the person.
I tend to want to just forgive people that don't do something unforgivable, and if they do something unforgivable, then I really never want to talk to them ever again. But I mean, it takes
I'm not even
extremely bad.
talking about like, it doesn't even have to be like, it doesn't have to be unforgivable. Like, there would still be things where you probably wouldn't want to talk to someone right away anyway. Like, okay, so picture this, like, you have a fight with someone, and it's like, they're in the wrong, they know they're in the wrong, but they know you're upset with them. So it's like it's like...
Did you buy frozen stuff?
But then it's like, I have one thing frozen, why?
I just want to make sure it doesn't melt. So, sorry I interrupted you. That's my ADD.
But it's like, you want to talk to them, and like, but you're not really on talking terms anymore, or whatever. I don't know, but it's like, for me, it's like, I'm already past that. Like, I'm not, but it's like, I don't have enough self-control to not want to just keep talking to the person. I don't know. It's like, it's not even that I'm forgiving, it's just that I don't have enough emotional memory about it. Like, it's just like, I know I'm upset, but I don't feel upset anymore because I've already forgotten the emotion. Like, I remembered that I have that emotion, but I don't feel it anymore. Like, I've forgotten that feeling. Like, I haven't forgotten that I had that feeling, but like, that's what I mean by emotional memory. Like, well, my emotions have forgotten it, like, moved on.
Emotions are fleeting anyway. That's the nature of them.
Yep.
There's two kinds of feelings. One are the ones that you feel in the moment, or that are triggered by in the environment, and the others are something like where your gut tells you something, which is a different kind of feeling. It's a more like true feeling, but the kind that's just triggered by your environment or triggered by like some bad memory or something, those are more like not reliable emotions that you probably don't need to like cling to or trust as much. They just tell you what's happening at the moment. It's like, oh, this upsets me, but the ones where your gut is telling you, no, don't do that. Those emotions are more better to listen to, unless you have a really like a really bad voice in your head telling you to do bad things, but that's different. But like in general, like whatever you're feeling is like, I feel like I like to do this thing, or I feel like
Where's that playground you were talking about?
It was right back there.
That one right there?
No, well, we couldn't see it because you had to like turn down the road a little tiny bit. Like, I said it's right there, but you had to turn and go.
So it's not the one that was right there.
No. So anyway, the ones where it's triggered by, that's why you don't feel it consistently, because it's not being consistently triggered by your environment.
I don't feel like it's normal. I feel like
that's why diets don't work, because people feel
no,
like,
but
I
people,
really don't want to do something.
if someone has a fight with someone, they're gonna be mad the next day. Pretty like.
People don't hold on to grudges that long unless they're really like. It's almost like there's something
that long the next day. It's not a grudge. I'm saying if I have a fight with someone, they're still gonna be mad the next day. Whereas I will feel like
also
I'll feel I won't. I'll just have forgotten that emotion.
Also, in terms of boys and girls have a habit of remembering things in detail and like holding on to something for a long time because they remember every little detail, and guys just kind of pay attention to one thing at a time, and they don't really like obsess about details from like yesterday or the day before. So guys tend to just move along and just forget whatever upset them the day before, kind of, sort of. in general, whereas girls would be like, remember that thing you did like last month? You did this, and guys like, I don't even remember what you're talking about.
I don't know if I believe in those sort of stereotypes.
Well, it has to do with actually with how their brain functions, because females in general, and I mean, it probably has something to do with the chemicals and stuff. Like, women have a lot of estrogen and men have more testosterone, and it does make their brains function in a slightly different way. And so the reason why a female's brain might do that is because when they have children, they have to micromanage and keep track of all these other things, whereas like they have to keep track of their task and of what the kids are doing. And this is just biological, because throughout history, most of the time, children would stay.
I know you're saying it's
close
whatever.
to the women because they provided the food for the kids.
I don't know how to feel about any of that.
And
I don't know if I still don't think I'd buy into any of that.
But they've found that the way women will keep track of
I know
many things
what you're saying. Oh no, because it's related to pregnancy,
No,
so it's related to gender.
No, but
that
they've studied just like that.
I know what you don't have to elaborate. I get it, but it's a complicated. I don't think you really allowed to talk about it.
Anyway, guys just in general tend to move on and not really obsess about something that happened the day before. It's a thing. So it's not out of the ordinary to just like forget about something the next day.
Everything that I said, like every time I say, oh, I struggle with this, someone's like, no, everyone's like that. That's for anything I ever say I struggle with. Everyone's like, no, that's what it's like for everyone. It's like, okay, I guess everyone's just broken, and the way I'm broken is just invalid because everyone's like that.
No, not invalid. Maybe you'll feel validated. You'll feel validated because.
I don't feel. I feel. If anything, it makes me feel more hopeless because like when I say my memory's terrible and then I describe it, my memory's terrible, and people are like, no, everyone's memory is like that. It's like, okay, that just makes me feel hopeless that my memory is never going to be any better, and I'm because if everyone's memory is that garbage, then I'm just never going to have a good memory ever. Because the way my memory is now is not satisfactory at all.
Well, in a way, that's the reason why self-help books exist, because there's enough of common struggle that there are some people who have felt like they've overcome these struggles, or at least have simple tricks to deal with them, and that's why they can write these books to help other people with these same struggles. That's the reason why those books exist, because it's not about being hopeless, but it's good to pick the brain of someone who feels like they've had that feeling and they've like dealt with it. Someone needs a car wash. How do you get that much dirt on your car? That's weird.
Off-road.
Where would you even go off-road around here?
Have you seen any movies lately?
You won't believe what I saw. I saw Thunder Force.
Why of all
because
movies you could
really
pick?
Super sick, and I had to watch something that wouldn't stress my brain out. I couldn't even deal with anything that had any anticipation or mystery or what's it called?
Please don't tell me you thought it was good.
It was very simplistic, and it was so what's formulaic. Like, it's like, oh, the friends, and then they see each other again as adults, and then they get together and they have to make a formula to combat evil mutants, and then they make, and then it's like goofy because they're goofy, but they're superheroes, and so ha. And then it was so formulaic and so stereotypical that they had the bad guy from Jumanji as the bad guy. What was his name?
Bobby Cannavale.
Yeah.
I like Bobby Cannavale.
I know, but it's like, wow. Like, they didn't even change that at all.
He keeps getting roles in such awful movies.
Yeah. And I don't know, because he's good.
Such a good actor.
I know.
He was so good on Mr. Robot. Like, people keep using Bobby Cannavale as Bobby Cannavale, and it's like, that's not interesting. But he's a really good character actor. He had a character on Mr. Robot that was like actually interesting. Like he wasn't Bobby Cannavale on Mr. Robot. He was Irving. He was the character Irving. That I think that's his best role to date. He was really good on that.
So is he like kind of like Vincent D'Onofrio? The way he can morph into different characters?
I guess it's kind of too early for me to say. Maybe he's done other roles that have used him like that, but I haven't seen any other roles that have used him like that. Other than, I guess, honestly, Jumanji. Like he funny enough, he actually like was not just acting like himself in that. He was like playing this like cartoony evil villain, but it's awful because the movie's awful. He was not good in that because almost no one was good in that.
So anyway,
I do like Bobby Cannavale though. I like seeing him and stuff.
And Thunder Force was weird because they had every big star in the book. They had Justin Bateman. They had I forget who else, but they had every huge,
Octavia Spencer.
They had like huge, and there was other people too.
She also keeps getting really bad movies.
But she also gets good ones.
Yeah.
Like Color.
Well, Bobby Cannavale gets good ones
Color
too.
of Water or something, and.
Oh yeah, The Shape of Water.
Yeah, and
I forgot she was in
The
that.
Help and The Scientist.
Well, The Help was a while ago.
The one with 3 scientists and she
Hidden
got
Figures.
Mrs. C.J. Walker. She gets tons of movies.
But then
C.J.
she
Walker
also
was
like
amazing.
takes the lead in Ma, and it's like you don't need to do that. You don't need to be in that.
Ma Rainey?
Ma. No, not Ma. Not Ma Rainey. Ma.
Oh yeah, and that's a bad movie.
It has kind of like a cult following because it's so absurd. People like clown on it in a loving way. I think it's getting a sequel even. I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. I think I do want to see it, but there's no way it's good. There's no way.
So kind of like that movie I always say I like that's absurd and disgusting.
Human Centipede? No, it's not like Human Centipede. It's not like Human Centipede.
Nobody should ever say they like that movie.
I've actually been watching the Saw movies.
Oh, I can't even.
You like Human Centipede? What are you talking
Well,
about?
I actually had to watch Human Centipede with my eyes closed. Like I couldn't only peek at it because it was just.
Like, what's the difference? The Human Centipede is like that turned up to 11.
Do you want to know what's the kind of like Human Centipede? That Walrus movie.
I do like that one. I do like Tusk.
Jesus.
Tusk is one of my favorite horror movies.
It's so bizarre and stupid.
You've seen Tusk?
How
have you seen Tusk?
I watched all the YouTube clips because I'm not going to sit.
God. I like
all
how
the
unexpected
YouTube
Tusk was. Like, I think
Justin Long, what? I'm just going through my list.
Oh, I thought you were like looking at the
But
movie and you're like,
Justin
what?
Long-
Justin Long? Like,
No, like how could Justin Long even star in that?
He's not. He's like D-list.
I know. It's too bad.
And it's a Kevin Smith movie. Like,
so it's just they were doing each other a favor.
he gets the lead in a movie. I don't think he would turn that down. He gets the lead in a Kevin Smith movie.
And also, it has like a cult following.
And as much as any Kevin Smith movie. As much as any Kevin Smith movie other than a few.
I hate Kevin Smith movies.
Which ones have you seen?
Well, I'm literally saying I hate Clerks.
I haven't seen that. I think I've only seen Cop Out and Tusk.
I don't know any others.
Cop Out is supposed to be like one of his worst, I think. It's like supposed to be I don't know. I had no idea it was a Kevin Smith movie. It doesn't look like a Kevin Smith movie at all. I actually thought Cop Out was okay. Like, it's a decent buddy cop movie, but it doesn't... Kevin Smith movies always kind of seem like Kevin Smith movies. They're just kind of off-kilter enough that it's like, oh, Kevin Smith, he's a little bit of an oddball, isn't he? Oh, Kevin Smith, he's kind of a nerd. He's kind of an outcast. But Cop Out is like a very standard movie. Like, I don't think. I think people say it's bad. I think it has funny moments. I think Bruce Willis and Kevin Smith did not get along. Is something I heard.
I don't know what Cop Out is.
It's the one with Tracy Morgan and Bruce Willis. So it's literally just a buddy cop movie with Tracy Morgan and Bruce Willis. But you know, they're fun. So you know, it's a decent movie. I'm gonna have to insert a spoiler warning for Tusk. So if you're just spoiler warning for Tusk, then I'm gonna put it in at some point. And then I saw Tusk, which I really liked. It's like the first proper Kevin Smith movie I've seen.
That was his Shape of Water.
Kind of.
He was really trying there.
Well, he was gonna make a trilogy of those movies. Because he made Tusk, and then he made Yoga Hosers, which was like, so he's supposed to be the Great North trilogy. So like Canadian horror movies. He's Canadian, right? Kevin Smith? I think so. I'm pretty sure he is. So Tusk with the walrus. I'm not gonna say anymore. What I really liked about Tusk is just going into it blind and finding out at the end that it's based, like, he literally just came up with it on the spot on his podcast. And that's why the star of the movie is a podcaster, because it was literally just something, the idea for the movie is just something Kevin Smith, like, pitched on his podcast, like, came up with it on the spot. Like, they played the audio from that over the credits. Like some of that, and I was like, "Oh my god, that it all makes sense now." Like, this does just feel like a movie like someone came up with, where it's like, what if there was a movie where this happened?
Jesus, it makes no sense,
right? But I love that it exists because of that. I love that someone was just like, what if this was a movie? Like, what if there was a movie where this happened? And then they just made it, and they like fully commit to it. And I think they do a great job. And there's like some Johnny Depp is in it, and it's like,
what?
Yeah, and he's not even he's barely recognizable, which is,
what does he do in it?
He's like this French Canadian. He's like it's I honestly think one of the most memorable Johnny Depp characters, because it's like he's like actually doing. Johnny Depp does a lot of characters, but like this is one of the most characters I think Johnny Depp has done. Like,
I like the one
up there with Willy Wonka and Jack Sparrow and you know, whatever, all those guys. It's up there with the, like, he's fully like, I'm a French Canadian detective. Like, that's what
he is doing.
Yeah. Like a fake nose and everything.
Jeez, I gotta see that. Oh, why didn't they show it in a clips?
And I think the character also came back in. Well, yeah, that's what's so crazy about it. Like, he's not. You don't expect him, like, such a big star to be in the movie and like in such a prominent role. And then it's like a horror comedy, but it's not. It's not comedic, other than the fact that it's so absurd. But it presents itself as like a horror movie. And I haven't seen Yoga Hosers, but the concept for that I think is more ridiculous, to the point where it can't really play itself as straight comedy. I think it's like about like these little sausages that are like Nazis or something, and the two convenience store clerks from Tusk are the stars of this of Yoga Hosers, which are like I think Johnny Depp and Kevin Smith's daughters. So they're the star of Yoga Hosers, and that one flopped. That one I didn't even see a release for that one. That was like straight to DVD or something. And then there was supposed to be a third one, which was Moose Jaws. So it's like Jaws, but it's a moose. Which I would love to see that, because that sounds way more in vain with Tusk, where it just sounds like they just came up with it on the fly on a podcast.
Is he even gonna do any of those?
He did Yoga Hosers. I just told you it flopped.
Oh. So is he going to do the moose one?
It doesn't look like it's going to happen. It's been too long, and it doesn't look like that's happening anymore.
So the thing I didn't like about Tusk versus Human Centipede is that when they made Human Centipede, the guy thought of it and he made it, and it of course died because
I haven't seen Human Centipede.
Well, it was actually written realistically. Like, what would happen if you did that? And they actually used...
I think Tusk is semi-realistic.
No, because he couldn't support those giant pieces of bone from his skin holes. You'd have to actually fuse the bone to the bone. And it would reject it. He'd have massive infection and he would die. And that's why it's so dumb. And he's going to fight with those giant bones attached to his face? There's just no way. He doesn't have a skull for that. So there you go. And that's why I like Human Centipede, because they actually wrote it. Like, the horror was real. Because it's like, what if some a-hole decided that, and then they did it, and then what would happen? The obvious. Like, it doesn't work, you idiot. And it made it more horrible that way. It was actually horrible. It was actually well done. Like, it actually made you feel something, which is shocking. Like, you wouldn't think that such an idiotic premise would make you feel anything except for ridiculous.
I believe what you're saying. This feels like something I would argue for, like, something like Tusk even.
Like, are we supposed to feel sorry for Justin Long down in that pit going, woo? Like, why does he even not come out of it? Why? I don't understand why he didn't leave.
Yeah, the ending was kind of...
Like, why would he stay down in that pit? Why wouldn't they just get him and turn him back? He's still a person.
Turn him back?
Well,
there's way less to salvage than with Human Centipede.
He cut their faces and stuff. But, like, what was there to salvage?
He completely cut into pieces.
Like, he cut all his limbs off?
No, with Tusk? I don't know. It's not really clear, but, like, he's not a person anymore.
Well, they should have killed him.
I don't know.
But I think they could have, like, saved him.
It's been a while since I've seen it. I don't even know if it would hold up if I saw it now. Kevin Smith's next movie is like another horror movie like that, where it's Kilroy Was Here, I think it's called, and it's a horror movie based on like that doodle with like the guy with his nose hanging over. So it's a horror movie based on that. So it's like, what if that was like a horror movie legend? Which sounds interesting enough, I guess. But the thing is, he's one of those idiots that have bought into the NFT craze. So he's like, this is going to be the first movie sold as an NFT. What the hell does that mean?
What is an NFT?
Oh, who even knows? It's like... it's nothing. It's so I guess it stands for like non-fungible token or something. So it's like... oh god, I really don't want to explain NFTs. So it's like...
wait, what about your frozen
It's
stuff?
like, this is your one copy of this. This is the one. This is. We're giving you a download of this movie, and because we say this is the official copy, you are the official owner of this NFT because we say it. It's like a trading card. It's like a digital trading card is what they essentially are originally, but now it's, instead of cards, it's anything. You can sell anything as an NFT. Charlie Bit My Finger, the YouTube video Charlie Bit My Finger, was just sold as an NFT, and now they're going to delete it from YouTube because they sold the video to someone for like hundreds of thousands of dollars in digital currency, and now they're going to delete it from YouTube. So the person who bought the video as an NFT will be the only owner, except no, because anyone can download it from YouTube before it gets deleted, and then they are just as much an owner. And so yeah, anyone can buy Kilroy Was Here as an NFT, and then it's like, oh, they own the official whatever. I don't know how many, if there's like gonna be limited things, only so many people have it. But anyone is going to be able to download it from like Pirate Bay or whatever. So it doesn't mean anything except to people who have bought into this stuff, who think, oh, I got the one official thing. Like, no, it doesn't. Whatever. Ah, so stupid. And also, the thing that's, and I can't really talk about NFTs because if someone who is obsessed with NFTs tried to like argue for them, I don't know enough about the downsides to be able to argue on the other side. as much as I think other people who are not more knowledgeable about it would be able to. But there's also a huge like negative impact on the environment because like I don't even really understand how, but like because the it's something to do with like the blockchain, Bitcoin, or I don't know, words, money words, finance words, Bitcoin words, crypto words. Like it's generating Bitcoin or crypto NFT stuff. It's like
greenhouse gas.
Yeah, it's generating that and emitting greenhouse gases because they're generating this stuff. I don't understand. I don't know how you can't just like isn't it how money works? Like you just say this money exists and now it exists. Like that's how money works. You say it exists. And physical currency, it works like you say this money exists, and here's a paper to represent that it exists. So digital.
It used to be backed up by gold, though. It used to be backed up.
And so I guess crypto is like it's backed up by stuff that has been mined on the blockchain or internet or whatever. So, but like, why can't they just skip that step if it's digital? That's what I don't understand. If it's like creating all this energy, why can't they just skip that step? Because it's all arbitrary anyway, isn't it? Like, why not just skip that step and say this is money that exists? Like
something can't be worth anything if it's not backed up by something real, because it has to be. All about trade.
But it's already not real anyway. Just because you're mining something.
Because it's about trade. Because money always in the end is about trading.
But what is the original thing? Like just because you're mining
thing was gold.
No, that's not what cryptocurrency is. Cryptocurrency doesn't have anything to do with gold or anything like that. It's like stuff they mined from the blockchain or whatever, but like that's all fake too. So how does that, if it's all fake, why can't they just skip that stuff? I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Anyway, the Saw movies are not good. I'm up to like 5. I've seen 5 of them now. They're not good.
Bitcoin's utility as a store of value is dependent on its utility as a medium of exchange. So it's dependent on its utility to be exchanged. So like fiat,
that doesn't explain where it comes from.
Bitcoin is not backed by any physical commodity or precious metal.
Exactly. So they make it up.
Throughout much of its history, the current value of Bitcoin has been driven by speculation. So basically, it's how much you can use it. Like if everyone says that they would accept it, it's worth more, and if everyone said they didn't accept it,
so it's all made up. Like it's not based on anything that exists.
Why do Bitcoins have any value at all? There's a whole article. Why do they have value? They hold up fairly well in the above categories when, like...
so where does the mining come into play?
It's basically... It depends on the size of the Bitcoin network. A so-called 51% attack in which a group of miners theoretically control more than half of all network power would be necessary. By controlling a majority of all network power, this group could dominate the remainder of the network to falsify records. However,
my brain is shutting down.
Such an attack on Bitcoin will require an overwhelming amount of effort, money, and computing power, thereby rendering the possibility extremely unlikely. It holds up fairly well in the above categories when compared against fiat currencies. I don't know what those are. So what are the challenges that Bitcoin faces? So I gotta read this.
I don't understand any of that. It feels like it's talking about something that's not...
Bitcoin has exhibited characteristics of a bubble. It's kind of like when everyone was buying houses around here, then the prices were going up and up and up, and me and are saying, like, these houses aren't worth $300,000 plus.
I'm not even talking about any of that. I'm not talking about the bubble aspect or anything like that. I'm just saying, like...
But the wealth of Bitcoin is kind of like that. Like, it's not actually worth what they say it's worth.
But I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about, like, why is there mining and stuff involved? Like, that seems like a whole different thing. Because in real life, you mine gold, and that gold is the basis for currency, what are you mining digitally that is then the basis for digital currency? Like, it almost feels like cookie clicker, like those clicker games, like a clicker game. So you click a button and a number goes up. That's what I think what digital mining is. It's basically like you're clicking a button and a number goes up.
They are using the words mining, but I don't think they actually mean mining in the ground.
I know. Digital mining.
So I don't even know. I never even heard.
But that's what I'm saying. I think it means like you're pressing a button and a number goes up. Why would you need to do that if it's all made up anyway? Like, couldn't you just press a button even faster? Like, it doesn't make sense.
I would definitely not get involved with it, though.
You might have to eventually. Hopefully not.
That's why I'm going to read this article. To try to understand, because I've been kind of wondering what the hell is it, but I haven't bothered to pursue it.
But I also don't even have like a debit or credit card or anything. Like, I don't even have anything.
So if you open
that.
a Citizens Bank account right now, you'll get $400 free cash, or $300.
Didn't we already talk about something like that?
Yeah, they're having another one.
Did I not get it before?
Yeah, you didn't.
Why?
You didn't want to.
I don't think that's true.
Yeah, you didn't feel like it. Oh, because I said let's split it because it was my money.
Yeah.
Well, it was my own money. I'd have to put up $500 of my own money for that long, like 90 days.
Oh, and I didn't want to split it.
Yeah, the extra $300.
Yeah, I don't want to split it. It's mine.
It's my $500 being parked in there for 90 days.
Yeah, but you get it back.
Yeah, but I need it to put in my other accounts, so it's
well,
like
you don't anymore.
I do have my home equity loan filled with money sitting in there keeping me from having any interest. If I give you $500, then that's $500 I don't have.
How does that hurt you?
It causes me 6% interest.
Okay, then you get to take that, but not half.
Jesus. You should want to split it because I can give you the opportunity.
But I could get the opportunity anyway.
You have $500?
Well, no, but...
Well, then how would you do it?
I wouldn't do the full $500.
Then you don't get the $300.
Why does it have to be that much? You said $400.
It's either 3 or 4. Anyway, you deposit $500, you leave it in there for 90 days, and you keep putting money in every week, and then you get $300. So it's a good deal, but you need people like me to do it, so that's why I'm an investor.
The Minecraft server I play on has like an economy. That's what I think that's kind of what I'm comparing the crypto stuff to, because like that's kind of crypto in a way. It's like an in-game currency. That's what crypto before crypto was. I refuse to participate in anything like that because normally on a Minecraft server, if there's not anything like that where you're paying people for that, then Minecraft is kind of a simulation of any video game like that is kind of without currency is kind of a simulation of just life before monetary values were set to things. Like people would just trade and like give each other things. And that's how I like to play Minecraft, like outside of capitalism and anything like that. Because it's a video game, I don't have to worry about, I owe this person this much money, or I have to get this much money to give to the, like, you're just giving each other things. That's how I like to live in a video game world. It makes it much easier. And in real life, I don't know. I mean, that crypto is just the real life equivalent to video game currency, so I don't really want to have anything to do with that either. I know people are like, I invested however much in Dogecoin, and now I'm rich, except they're not anymore, because everyone who invested in that is bankrupt now. I don't know what I'm talking about, but yeah, I'm not interested in anything like that. It's all... I'm not a nerd, so... You know, Luke from Gilmore Girls is in 2 of the Saw movies.
You.
He's like the star of Saw 5.
Jesus.
And he's really good. He's like he's playing like a detective, and he's really good at playing that type of role. It's like it feels like he should have been like the lead on a Law and Order spinoff or something. Like he really fits that role. It's a different character than Luke. How do you feel about Elon Musk being on SNL?
Weird.
Weird, that's it?
Strange.
You don't think it's like as bad as Donald Trump being on SNL?
I guess it's the same.
I guess I would say it's a little less bad just because...
Well, Elon Musk is working for good purposes. I mean,
Oh.
well, he's always working on projects that he thinks will better the world. Even if he gets celebrity out of it.
He's evil.
Even if he gets fame and riches out of it, he's working on projects he thinks will make the world a better place.
He's saying he's trying to take people to Mars. That company is working on weapons that they're selling to the government. That's what that company is actually doing. The Mars company, that's what they're doing. Hang on, I want to show you a video. But I would say it's a little less bad than the Donald Trump thing because Donald Trump was actively running for president and they were giving him a platform. Whereas Elon Musk is literally just like for to pat himself on the back to say he hosted SNL, is what it seems like. Or to boost his image. But it's not like he's not running for president or anything, so it's more just that they're so directly associating with him that's bad. But it's not like how dare they give him a platform? Because it's like, well...
Listen, I want to drive to Walgreens.
Okay.
Because I'm probably going to have to sit in the stupid drive-in.
Wait, why did this not work, TBS?
Oh, no, I got my money, but now I got to pick up drugs. What happened was I had a 40% off coupon on a really needed allergy medicine, which was like $20. And I was like, 40% off. That's like, save $10 or something. Or save $8. And so I told him to give my phone number and then he'll get the coupon. And he said they didn't have it. And I don't know what happened, but I went back and I said, listen, I want to use the coupon still. And then they let me. So I just got like $8 back. Which was really worth it because it only took, I don't know, took a half an hour of my time. Sometimes people are like, well, why don't you just let it go? But it's like, well, what was the time versus the earnings? I earned $8 in half an hour. That's all right. If you ever need anything expensive, CVS has amazing coupons. Like you'll save 40% or whatever. A lot of stuff in drugstores is very expensive stuff. Even suntan lotion, it can be like $15. And you can save like half off. I don't know any other store that you can get those kind of deals. Whoa, look at this house. Green, orange, and purple.
Yeah, interesting.
They really worked hard on it.
Look, they're sweeping water into the street.
How could they?
Huh?
This is a nice street.
Did you say how could they?
That'd be funny. You know how I got knocked off? You know how I flew off of my bike and landed on my knee and my hand?
No.
I didn't tell you?
I don't know, maybe.
You can see how black and blue my legs are. My knee is still swollen. My elbow and my hand got smashed. I told my family and said, oh, yeah, I fell off my bike and hurt my shoulder real bad and I skinned my chin. I was like, what? And I told and he said, oh, I fell off my
And you guys wonder why I don't ride a bike.
And he said I fell head first off of my bike and clocked my head and
broke my neck and I'm
and
dead.
got a stitch. You know why? Because he was dirt biking in the hills, New Hampshire,
Who?
with 14-year-olds. He was dirt biking in
Dad?
in the hills in New Hampshire with 14-year-olds, and he slid out on a turn. Isn't he like 60-something years old?
Why are you asking me? You married him.
I'm 55.
I don't know how old he is.
I think he's 61.
You think?
He's 61.
How do you not know?
Because I had to do math to figure it out. He's 61 years old. That happened, he said, a month or two ago. He was going on New Hampshire bike paths and mountains and going down a mountain. And he slid out on a turn. Why are you on a mountain bike when you're 61 years old? Don't you have fragile bones? Are you stopping? It's a freaking green light, you maniac. And he had to get a stitch. I was just like riding on a bike path though. Please don't go in the drive-through lane. Well, this is so bad. It'll be worse. Now what do you want to show me?
Please, I'm begging you nicely. Take the camera out of my face.
Okay, but you're following the camera. See what you're doing?
Move the camera away from my face.
But you notice how you're moving towards the camera?
What was that?
I don't know.
You don't even know?
I guess it's from a show. It might have been an outtake. I don't know.
People are insane.
Which one?
The second guy.
The puppet or?
No. They gotta challenge craziness because you just got to. People are so.
Which one? Who are you saying that about?
The guy who's defending himself. People
Is
are
challenging craziness?
No, the puppet guy is challenging craziness.
I wouldn't say he's crazy. He's just not.
He's not logical.
Yeah, it's not logical.
So that's what I mean. Like, people are so busy defending themselves that they don't care about logic at all anymore. It's like, no, I know my constitutional rights. I know I don't have to wear a mask because it's in the Constitution. And it's like,
going there, huh?
I'm going to go into this store and stand in this doorway all day long until you, a minimum wage worker, admits that I can go in your store and not have to wear a mask because it's my constitutional right. It's like, what are you talking about? Why are you harassing this minimum wage worker? Like, everyone's crazy about defending their rights. Get that camera on my face. It's invading my privacy. It's like,
I didn't really see it like that,
literally,
honestly.
that's his whole attitude.
He's not being logical, but I didn't see his attitude as like that.
Yeah,
because
I did, because he's literally following the guy and threatening him. Like, he's following the guy.
I don't know what is going through his mind, but I don't feel like I didn't feel like his mindset was, you can't film me because I have rights. It's more like it's privacy. Yeah, well, but that's a reasoning to not want to be, but to not being filmed. But I feel like the original reason to not want to be filmed is because of privacy.
There's no privacy if you're. This is why. It's not like it's not a nice idea to have privacy. But there is no privacy if you're walking around outside, and this is why. Because there are security cameras everywhere. So you have to expect that your face...
It's a TV show. They're trying to interview him for a TV show, and he's just like, "Can you get the camera out of my face?"
Yeah, but but then all you literally have to say is,
"Yes, that's true.
I'm not interested."
He was being really weird and stupid and illogical.
You just no.
But I don't think the original request was unreasonable.
His intention is to say, "You're invading my privacy, and I'm going to stalk you until you stop filming me."
I don't really know what he was trying to do.
I think he wanted to make sure he was in the right.
I don't think he was trying to be confrontational. I don't know.
I think he was just not. I'm in the right.
I think he just felt like it was a confrontation already, and that he was trying to stand his ground, but like not.
But he literally stalked the guy. All he had to do was say not interested and walk away.
I think because they were having a confrontation, he was just like not. He was.
But he literally only had to walk away. That's it. That's what the puppet was saying. You literally can just walk away.
And he wasn't really listening, is what I felt like.
He wanted to be right. He was threatening. I was wondering when he was going to slug the guy.
I guess we can't really see his face, so it's hard to say. But I feel like I took it more like he's walking anyway, and he's like walking. I didn't think he was following him. I think... See, the way I took it is that the puppet was, like, following him, but, like, not really, but, like, walking ahead of him and, like, walking in that direction. And the guy really couldn't just walk, like, a different direction and then not be with him, but, like...
The guy's insane.
I didn't feel like he was literally following the camera. He was just not going away from it.
The guy was walking backwards. Maybe the guy was following his path. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what it felt like to me.
Okay, maybe it was an illusion that the puppet was actually following him, being a jerk.
Well, I feel like he was just walking ahead of him. And I don't think the puppet was being a jerk, because he could just walk away, and I don't think he would have kept... Because the whole point was that he was following him, but he wasn't. He was just, like, walking the same way he was walking. But if the guy just walked a different way...
Hi, pick up for... I should have two things. 11/25/65.
Oh, you're old.
Well, one is from... Sure, I guess so. You're right, they're not electives. They're from my old age, so I guess that makes sense. Now I have two old people drugs.
I just meant the age.
Oh, well, I take two old people drugs.
Too much time on my hands. What's that from? Is that Foreigner? Too much time on my hands.
I'm not sure.
I think it is. I think it's from 4. Is 4 their 4th album?
I'm not sure. But it seems like it would be. Just because it was really popular and they weren't a brand new band, so... Florida Governor, okay.
It's the only one I've listened to.
Media Crackdown? That's a very good album.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I think it's probably one of the best I've listened to
Florida
this year.
Governor, okay, social media crackdown. Ron DeSantis signed legislation that allows Florida to impose fines on social media platforms that ban users like many did of Trump. That ban users like Trump, they're going to fine them? The bill swept through the GOP legislature, that means Republicans, last month on votes that broke almost all...
What? I don't understand what you're saying.
They say they're going to fine social media platforms that ban people?
How? You can't. What do you mean?
The Florida governor came to Trump's defense after signing the measure on Monday.
You literally can't.
When you de-platform the president of the United States, but you let Ayatollah Khomeini talk about killing Jews, that's wrong, DeSantis said.
That's
the bill orders social media companies to publish standards with detailed definitions of when someone would be censored. And
they can do whatever they want. It's their website.
$250,000 daily fines for de-platforming a Florida candidate.
They literally can do whatever they want. It's their website. They don't have. They can ban whoever they want.
I know it's not free speech.
That doesn't make any sense. It's beyond free speech. Like, it's their website. They can do, like, you can't be forced to add something to your website. Like, that doesn't make sense. That's like, what is the law? You have to add politicians to every website? Is that the law? Like, what is the law? It doesn't make sense. By the way, it's Styx. It's a Styx song.
Oh, yeah, it is Styx. That makes sense. I knew it wasn't Foreigner.
Yeah, it seemed like too upbeat.
It kind of had a high-pitched voice like the guy from Foreigner.
Yeah.
The voices are similar.
It's like too swinging or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, it's too, I don't know, swinging is probably not the right word, but like, it's like almost like almost more like something you'd hear in a musical than a rock song, kind of.
Yeah,
like a rock opera, which Foreigner is not rock opera.
No, they're
like rock.
They're pretty straightforward 70s pop rock.
Yeah.
Without any Broadway musical anything.
Yeah.
Straight 70s pop rock.
That's what I mean by it's
not
like too. That's what I mean by it's too, like, high energy or swinging or whatever.
Dun 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 dun
yeah.
dun 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 dun. Like, they're pretty rocking. Like, they're pretty. And they actually have a really good drummer. They have, like, they're solid musicians and they're solid. Everything is really solid to that band. It's not musical like a Broadway But like Sticks gets really kind of weirdly like an orchestra.
Mr.
Like,
Roboto.
Yeah, and like the Sailing Away. That sounds so much like
I forgot I knew 3 different songs by them. Wait, no, 4. Lady, right?
Yeah. See, all those songs sound like something you sing in a show.
Sting.
Sing in a show.
Sting is a different thing.
Like in a Broadway show. Man, I work in a car for a living, and then I'm just in a car for hours afterwards. Crazy. I spent literally the whole day in a car. Hopefully tomorrow I won't have to do that.
Too much down my mind.
Taken away.
Too much time on my mind.
You want to go to the library?
Wait, let me think.
Too late, right?
No. It is too late, actually. Wait, is it Monday or Tuesday? It's Monday. Oh shit, that reminds me.
What?
I have a video.
You have a video there?
No, I have a video uploaded. I forgot about. No, but I mean, I do actually have a video to pick up, but I don't need it anymore. That's why I considered it for a second. I ordered the movie Clifford.
What's that? The big red dog?
No, Martin Short.
Martin Short?
Martin Short, Mary Steenburgen, and Charles Grodin.
What the heck?
You never heard of it? I wanted to watch it because Charles Grodin just passed away.
Yeah, he was in Tootsie, right? No. I keep getting him and Charles Durning confused.
Charles Durning?
Am I the only one?
Wait, I don't know. Probably. Isn't, what's his face from, like, 9 to 5 and Inspector Gadget?
Oh, his name is Dabney Coleman.
Isn't Dabney Coleman in Tootsie?
Yeah.
He is?
I think so.
Because he is in Clifford.
Well, he was getting so much work back then. He was so popular. He was one of those guys, like, you know.
Good for him.
You know the dad on 10th Kingdom?
John Larroquette. He should get more work.
Dabney Coleman was the equivalent of him. They both played the same kinds of guys.
I feel like John Larroquette gets more leading roles. Like, not lately, but like more front and center. Not necessarily the main character, but like more front and center than Dabney Coleman, who's usually more to the side.
You know, when he did Night Court, it was in like the early 80s, and then when he did the 10th Kingdom, it was the 90s. It's like 2021. What does he look like now? He's
got gray hair.
Well, white hair, but
yeah.
But his face must not look the same.
No, I mean it pretty much does. He did that show Me, Myself, and I recently, but that didn't get picked up, unfortunately. But that would have been a good vehicle for him, I think. And I think he was also on The Librarians.
Is this him now? No, it can't.
Yeah.
He looks the same.
Right?
Wow.
Well, he looks older.
Yeah, but seriously, you can still totally know it's him. I'm so jealous of him.
Of course.
He's aging so beautifully. Look, he's got all his hair. He still has the same smiley face. He doesn't look like weird or any kind of...
I do wish he got more work, though. More like...
Night Court sequel?
Everything's getting a reboot.
Stupid. He still looks so much the same. Not the same as he looked in Night Court, obviously, but he looks the same as he did in 10th Kingdom.
Well, yeah, I guess kind of.
Huh?
Kind of.
No, a little bit, but I mean, this is what it looked like on... Like, he's obviously... He just always kept the same...
What is that? That's not Night Court. What is that? What is this? Zoom out. What is it?
I don't know. He just always stayed the same. Here he is on Night Court.
Right. I think I saw a clip from Night Court the other day.
He hasn't looked
which I had never seen before.
He hasn't looked like that in a very long time.
Oh, what I tweeted recently, I said, when will John Larroquette get his big Pixar role?
Is he still alive?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who that is. Is she from Night Court?
He's dead.
Is it
How can you make a reboot of Night Court without Harry Anderson?
Is it the judge from Night Court?
Yeah.
Doesn't John Larroquette seem like someone that would be like in a Pixar movie?
Yeah.
He should be in a Pixar movie.
Look how thin he is too for his age.
Well, he should be like the dad or grandpa or something in a Pixar movie.
Wow, he really kept his looks. That's surely shocking because most of the time people get a ton of plastic surgery and they just don't really look the same. Like Brad Pitt doesn't look the same now as he did when he was 30.
You think he got plastic surgery?
No, but like he had such a certain kind of face and now he doesn't. He looks very super different.
He's just older.
But John Larroquette, his older face is just, he really lucked out. He has a really good older face.
I feel like he's like Steve Martin.
Oh yeah, Steve Martin's another one. And Paul Newman was another one. Like they get older, but they just look just as good. And Frank Sinatra even actually looked better because he didn't really look good when he was younger.
No.
He had a super weirdly skinny face. He looked kind of dweeby. And then his face filled out because of the age, and that made him actually look more handsome. So it was weird. But everyone liked him because he sang and he had blue eyes or whatever.
I also feel like John Larroquette would be pretty good in a Saw movie.
No.
He may be a little bit too famous, but the first one had Danny Glover in it. Can you believe that? Danny Glover was in the first Saw.
So he died, huh? He did, didn't he? The black guy always gets it. Did he play a sheriff or something?
He's a cop. Half the characters in Saw movies are cops.
And always the black guy who has a leading role is always like someone like a cop, but he still probably died.
I mean, Chris Rock is in the new one. Chris Rock is the star of the new Saw movie. Which is like the biggest star they've gotten in a... No, actually, the biggest star is Samuel L. Jackson because he's also in the new Saw movie. That's like the biggest star they've gotten in a Saw movie so far.
Why are they doing that?
I don't know. It's so weird. This is why I'm watching the Saw movies. But it's so weird.
They're so embarrassingly disgusting.
Yeah, they're not good.
They're so disgusting.
But it's so weird that... I guess this one... I think Chris Rock is like creatively involved in this one. Maybe that's how they got Samuel Jackson.
Do you know how many serial killer stories? I follow people who tell stories about serial killers. So the thing is...
Don't follow those people.
But the thing is, serial killers are real. There's always like around 2,000 serial killers functioning.
I don't think it's bad like that. Because it's so cartoony and dumb.
But there's always like 2,000 serial killers at any given time, killing people and dismembering them and tasting them and this and that. So the thing is, it is a really horrible, horrible, horrible reality, and for people to make fun movies about it so you can watch it happen live in front of your eyes is so disgusting and depraved. I
honestly think the people who make those like true crime podcasts or whatever are worse. Because they're exploiting these real tragedies as opposed to like making fake scenarios.
Well, I can see
that are cartoony.
Why you'd say that.
Well, anyway, I think John Larroquette would be like a pretty good like minor character in a Saw movie.
Someone good to cut up. I just hated
like a lawyer or something.
Cut people up.
Oh, he's a lawyer in Night Court. That's right. He just plays character from Night Court, but in Saw.
Yeah, but not in 10th Kingdom.
But in Night Court, he is.
In 10th Kingdom, he plays a janitor. Basically, just takes it.
Well, at first. I'm trying to get the Rugrats Hot Wheel car in the case. Careful, don't press down on the keyboard. Anyway. Oh, this is like the second to last one of these. Right?
Shows?
Yeah.
Oh.
The next one will be the last one.
Oops.
Why oops?
I don't know.
What do you mean?
Did we do the most we could with them?
I don't know, who cares? It's just kind of a hassle to bring the equipment around, I guess, and like I don't always get around to editing them before I would record the next one, so I don't know. But 10 is a good solid number. This would be the 9th one. I mean, there was one we recorded before this that I just didn't end up editing or whatever. I don't know. Sometimes they just don't get recorded very well. So that's. But yeah, this will be the second to last one, and the next one will be the last one. All right.